Alright, hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing why I believe Fighter is currently the best character in the game. Now, as you may know, there's been quite a few changes as of recently. Characters' dexterities or overall dexterity has been reduced for most characters, meaning that mages and other ranged characters like the Rogue are going to have a way harder time running away from, tanky characters like Fighter or Death Knight. We've also had the introduction of previous wounds with the Fire Flask, which slows down the healing of life on hit Death Knight abusers and life on hit Cryo abusers. And lastly, and I think most importantly, the addition of Fighter's second dash, which I'll be discussing throughout the video, why I think it's probably way too strong. Obviously, I'm going to do this whilst watching some of my gameplay. I'll be obviously elaborating and trying to talk a bit about it, but I will be mostly focusing on my prior statement. So, apart from all of these changes, why do I think Fighter is so strong right now? Well, first of all, as you're going to see now by the DKs I'm going to be killing, Fighter has very high stats. Now, from a game developing point of view, it makes perfect sense for Fighter to have the higher health pool and potentially even the higher damage output than all of these characters. Since, he doesn't really have any unique perks or abilities beyond being able to heal himself or maybe even Whirlwind. But the problem is that a lot of these characters you see here, like the Death Knight, they are always going to lose long-term battles, big time. If you're capable of disengaging, which you are as a knight, as a fighter, because you've got 2 dashes now, you're always going to be able to reset, heal up, and then abuse the fact that Death Knights now, for example, or Cryos per se, have no more soul energy. Now here you can see this right now. This Death Knight is out of soul energy. He does not have access to the Death Shroud, which means he can't passively damage me nor heal. So he's being forced to fight a fighter that has higher stats than him. As you're going to see now, obviously he was low, but if you paid attention to the amount of hits this guy had, this guy dealt, he probably hit me, I want to say twice as many times, yet he still lost the fight. In this case here, we just have a fighter, but, going back to what I was saying, it's kind of crazy how tanky this character can be. And as I said, I think it's okay for Fighter to be tanky. I think he should be, but something has to change about it. It's just kind of crazy. Obviously, add to the fact that he has his Q ability, I think it's called Battlecry. We're not talking about Whirlwind, because Whirlwind is as trash as always, but Battlecry is also crazy. You need to consider that with stamina buff, you're getting a 200 shield, and you're healing for 30%, dealing 30% extra damage, and I think you attack 30% faster. I don't know, but it's ludicrous. Anyway, here we have another Death Knight battle. Guy engages very well with a charged attack. Gets a good first start trade. Now, thankfully, a Druid comes in, which kind of scares him off. But then he commits the mistake of fighting me again, which is very poor because now he's pinned between 2 players. You should always be aware of your surroundings and avoid these kind of situations. But yeah, he goes in thinking that, he's going to have a free kill, which realistically, I think too, because look at this. This guy has gotten a lot of hits on me. If I was saying, I'd be thinking that, I'm a one-shot. But no, we're sitting here, we're living, and obviously missing our parries. Now here you're going to see me do a pretty cool perk. You can attack the tree here to heal up, get a shield. Just making sure I'm ready in case these guys try to re-engage me. But yeah, Druid deals with the DK. I throw another Fire Flask just to kind of, be able to safely heal. I knew the Druid would probably run away the second he saw that. But yeah, now we're just going to see why Thunder Flask is also pretty crazy. Now look at this. I just want you to pay attention. Now this Druid is full health right now. He's full health. We're going to hit him with 1 Thunderclap. We got 1 hit in. No, never mind. Okay, we get a hit in. And another. And he's dead. Now, there is a chance this guy was not full health, but if that didn't convince you, look at this. This Druid was 100% full health. We caught him lacking 1 time, Thunder Flask, and you're dead. 3 hits, that's all it takes. And this guy stood literally no chance. He had no disengaging tools, which is crazy. I do know that very recently I stated that Rogue is dead. That Rogue is not dead. I was saying that, you know, he's actually fine. He's whatever. Yeah, no, I'm starting to disagree with myself. Rogue is pretty bad, especially if he's going to have to deal with things like this. Anyway, here we have another fight now. This here is a loss that you're going to see on my part. You're going to see a lot of misplays, I practically misused my Q completely. I don't take any advantage of it. I also get caught off guard initially. So a guy gets the first hits on me. And here, instead of going for a parry, I get greedy and try to attack, costing me the game. So GG's to this guy. Well played. Anyway, back to the fight. Here we're gonna third party. Now we see a fighter and a pyro. My priority is gonna be to kill the pyro because if he manages to heal up and reset, he's gonna be a pain in the ass to kill. Also, since I'm not running double dash here, it's not gonna be as easy. So we get rid of him. Now we're just gonna focus on clearing some mobs and healing, and we're gonna re-engage this fighter. Throwing the fire flask. Now this fire flask is pretty bad because right now I've pretty much just given this guy the opportunity to heal up all the damage that it dealt to him. I should have thrown it more to the right so that I could walk around, but it's okay. Start engaging. I tried to get the first hit. Good spacing from this guy. You know, moved out of the way so he didn't get hit by the charge attack. And now he's just gonna get countered by Mason Shield because, well, you know, Mason Shield just blocks everything. You can't go through it, buddy. Now, this guy did not seem to get the memo. It took him like six head bonks before we realized. But yeah, right now this guy's pretty much dead. Goes into the corner to party up, takes another hit, and the guy's just gonna end his own misery. Thunderclaps himself into death. Anyway, next fight, another DK. Alright, we party up. Get ready to engage. We see him behind the pillar. Quick fire flask. Make sure this guy is not passively healing. We do not want that in this house. And you're gonna notice this. Look at this. Oh wait, never mind. This is a different fight. Guy gets hit by the Wendigo twice. Or the Kazra. I don't know what it's called. I just call it the Wendigo. But yeah, guy gets absolutely annihilated by the boss. This is why your situational awareness should always be on point, guys. You do not want to get hit by a boss. Alright, that's pretty bad. It's pretty bad for you. But anyway, moving on. Kira guy, I charge my mace. Get the second hit. So I don't know how good of a trade that was, but we'll take it. Guy uses the bad version of Soul Shroud because guess what? Once you deploy that, you can just run away and no problemo. I'm not gonna have to deal with that anymore. Now, I should have disengaged early and Thunderclapped in all honesty, but it's fine. Good parry from him. We hit him with a classic no counter parry and just, you know, full charge. Missing on the punish because that's what I do. And here we're back to the same scenario I mentioned earlier. Death Knight disengaged because he was very low, so what we're going to do, we're going to heal up, and then we're going to re-engage, having higher stats, and him not having any Soul Shroud to save him. But yeah, I don't know, I think I'm making my point pretty clear in this video. I would have liked to put in some content fighting other classes like Cryos and whatnot, but sadly, I've not been able to run into many of them. But anyway, we're going to catch this guy off guard. He got a bit too close. And yeah, we're just gonna finish the job here. Guy has pretty much already lost. He should have not re-engaged in my opinion. He should have tried and kill a few mobs before coming back. But he got greedy and well, it cost him the game. Oh yeah, also kinda showing the purple loot for those that say that, oh, you would die to purple gear people if you didn't always run into blue gear. You can kill purple gear people, bro. As long as you're the better player, trust me, you're gonna win. Gear is not that big of a deal. Unless we're talking about like, you know, full green versus full purple. In that case, I get it, but I digress. Back to the fight, we get a sword master here. Immediately pull out sword and shield because we do not want to deal with his daggers. So I'm just gonna fully charge. For those of you who don't know, full charge counts as a block too, which is pretty nifty. So this means we can just approach the sword master pretty safely without risking getting hit by his daggers. Trying to spot him, we get him, find him in the open. Yep, dagger is not gonna work on me. Those fire flask, which I think a thunder flask that would have been better. You kind of want to try and kite the fighter for as long as you can before engaging. but he does not. Sadly, he also makes the horrible mistake of rotating around that pill instead of running, and yeah, he just kind of dies.